हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for your kind association. Let's get started with our study of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya तथैव चान्ये नरलोकवीराय आहवे कृष्णमुखारविन्दम् नेत्रैः पिबन्तो नयनाभिरामं पार्थास्त्रपूतपदमापुरस्य अहो बकीयं स्तनकालकूटं जिघांसयापाय यदप्यसाध्भिः लेभे गतिं धात्री उचितां ततोऽन्यं कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम अशेषसङ्क्लेशशमं विधत्ते गुणानुवाद श्रवणं मुरारे किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणारविन्दम् किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणारविन्द परागसेवारतिरात्मलब्धा सोऽहं नृणां क्षुल्यसुखाय दुःखं महद्गतानां विरमाय तस्य प्रवर्तये भागवतं पुराणं यदाह साक्षात् भगवान् ऋषिभ्यः त्वं भक्तियोगपरिभावितरित्सरोजा आस्ये श्रुते क्षितपथो ननु नाथ पुंसाम् यद्यद्धिया तौरुगाय विभावयन्ति तत्तद्वपु प्रणयसे सदनुग्रहाय सोऽसावदभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्धा प्रेमस्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं विजिम्भन् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माध्व्यागिरापनयतात् पुरुषः पुराणः ससर्जाग्रन्थतामिश्रमथत्तामिश्रमादिकृत् महामोहं च मोहं च तमश्च ज्ञानवृत्तयः हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We are reading from Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 14, entitled Pregnancy of Diti in the Evening, text 48. स वै महाभागवतो महात्मा महानुभावो महतां महिष्ठः प्रवृद्धभक्त्या अनुभाविताश्य प्रवृद्धभक्त्या अनुभाविताशये निवेश्य वैकुण्ठम् इमं विहास्यति. Translations and purports by our beloved founder Acharya. His Divine Grace Shri Srimad Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Shri Kashyap Muni is speaking to his wife Diti. He is predicting that she will be giving birth to two sons who will be very demoniac They will give pain to the sadhus. They will displease the sadhus. They will um, be very sinful. But they will be killed by the hands of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. And as a solace, Kashyap Muni also informs Diti that one of her grandsons, Shri Prahlad Maharaj, would be a Mahabhagavat, would be a pure devotee. And Prahlad Maharaj is being further described by Kashyap Muni to his wife Diti in this verse, verse number 48. Shri Kashyap Muni is telling his wife that topmost devotee of the Lord will have expanded intelligence, Mahatma. He will have expanded influence, Mahanubhav, and he will be the greatest of all great souls. Mahishtha, he'll be the greatest of all great souls. Pravriddha Bhaktya, due to mature devotional service, Pravriddha Bhaktya, he will certainly be situated in transcendental ecstasy. Anubhavita, he will be situated in transcendental ecstasy and will enter the spiritual sky after quitting this material world. Niveshya Vaikuntham, Imam Vihasyati. After quitting this material world, he will gain entrance into the spiritual world, Vaikuntha. Very clearly, Kashyap Muni is mentioning here. Niveshya Vaikuntham, he will enter Vaikuntha Lok. Imam Vihasyati, after giving up this material world. So, very nice predictions about Bhaktaraj Prahlad Maharaj. Purport. There are three stages of transcendental development in devotional service, which are technically called Sthai Bhav, Anubhav, and Mahabhav. Continual perfect love of Godhead is called Sthai Bhav. And when it is performed in a particular type of transcendental relationship, it is called Anubhav. But the stage of Mahabhav is visible amongst the personal pleasure potential energies of the Lord. So, Sthai Bhav is continual perfect love for Krishna, is the Sthai Bhav stage. And when one understands one's particular relationship with Krishna and starts serving Krishna in that transcendental relationship, it is called Anubhav. And Mahabhav is the highest level of Ladini Shakti. It is the highest manifestation of Prem. Mahabhav Swarupa Shri Radha Thakurani. Srimati Radharani ultimately is the source of this Mahabhav, which is um, within the experience of the immediate expansions of Srimati Radharani, like Rupa Manjari, Lalita Sakhi, Vishakha Sakhi, they can experience. And then Mahabhav also has stages. There is Madhanakya Mahabhav, which is the highest stage of Mahabhav, which even the immediate expansions of Srimati Radharani cannot experience. Only Srimati Radharani can experience Madhanakya Mahabhav. It is understood that the grandson of Diti, namely Shri Prahlad Maharaj, would constantly meditate on the Lord, Sthai Bhav, and reiterate his activities. Because he would constantly remain in meditation, he would easily transfer himself to the spiritual world after quitting his body. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavan, ten tente kalevaram, Tam tam evaite kaunteya sadatvad bhava bhavita. Anta kalesha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. If we remember Krishna, then we will go to Krishna at the time of death. Such meditation is still more conveniently performed by chanting and hearing the holy name of the Lord. This is especially recommended in this age of Kali. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told us, Kali yuge nama vino nahi anya dharma sarva mantra saranam ei shastra marma. Kali yuge nama vino nahi anya dharma. In Kali Yuga, other than the holy name, there is no other dharma. Kali Yuge Nama Vinu Nahi Anya Dharma. Sarva Mantra Sara Nam A Shastra Marma. The essence of all mantras is the holy name within it. This is the essence of all scriptures, the holy name. Text 49. Alam Patashila Dharo Gunakaro Rishta Parardhya Vyathito Dukhiteshu अभूत शत्रुर्जगत शोकहर्ता नैदाघिकं तापमिवो दुराजः. Sri Kashyap Muni, in his ecstasy, is continuing to describe the divine qualities of Maharaj Prahlad. Shri Prahlad Maharaj, your grandson, will be virtuously qualified reservoir of all good qualities. He will be Alampata. He will be very virtuous. He will be Shiladhara. He will be very qualified. Gunakara. He will be the reservoir of all good qualities. He will be jolly, Rishta, and happy in others' happiness. Parasukha Sukhi. Rishta, Para, Ridhya. He will be happy when others are happy. And Dukkhiteshu Vyathito. He will be very unhappy, distressed, Vyathita, seeing Dukkhiteshu, seeing unhappiness in others. He will be para sukha sukhi and para dukha dukhi. When others are happy, he'll be happy. Seeing others suffer, he will feel their suffering. And he will be abhuta shatru. Abhuta shatru means he will have no enemies. He will be a destroyer of the lamentation of all the universes. Jagata shoka harta. These are the qualities of a pure devotee. Prabhupada also prayed like that on Jaladuta. तव कृपा हले मोरा कथा शुद्ध हबे शुनिया सबार शोक दुख जे घुचीबे. O Krishna, if it is your desire, then please empower my speech so I can speak Krishna Katha. And if you give me mercy, then the Krishna Katha that will be spoken by this Das will give spiritual bliss to the people and take away all their suffering and lamentation. Shunya sabara shoka dukha je guchive. Taba kripa hale mora katha shuddha habe. In this way, you make my katha pure. So anybody who hears gets benefited. He will be the destroyer of lamentation. Sabara shoka dukha guchive. Shoka harta jagata. And he will be destroyer of the lamentation of all universes, like the pleasant moon after the summer sun. Naidagnikam tapam iva udu raj. Udu raj is the moon. It reduces the tap of the hot summer sun. Chandan is cooling. Camphor is cooling. And the moon is cooling. Purport. Sri Prahlad Maharaj, the exemplary devotee of Lord Krishna, had all the good qualities humanly possible. All good qualities. यस्यास्ति भक्तिर भगवत अकिंचना सर्वय गुणय तत्र समासते सुरा. A devotee of Krishna develops all good qualities by Krishna's mercy. So Prahlad Maharaj was very virtuous, Shiladhar, he was very qualified, he had very good character. Gunakar, he was the reserve of all good qualities. Rishta, always jolly. He was happy when others were happy, he was sad when others were sad. He was very loving, very caring. And Jagat Shokaharta, he was the destroyer of all the lamentation of this world. How? Through constant absorption in Krishna and in always describing the qualities of Krishna, preaching about Krishna. Further down in the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, the most important characteristic of a pure devotee is that he is a lampata. He is not a lampata or licentious. Lampat or licentious means no control over sex desire. Licentious means one who is very lusty. But a pure devotee is never lusty. He is a lampat. And another quality of a pure devotee is that the pure devotee is always eager to mitigate the miseries of human society. How can a pure devotee who is tasting the bliss of Krishna consciousness just sit back and watch the world suffer? Because he knows the cure, because he knows the treatment, he cannot just sit quiet. He will share. Share the treatment for bhavrog with others. And this sharing of treatment is called preaching. Janma sarthak kari. First taste the sweetness of Krishna. Kari para upakar. And then share it with others. Share good fortune with others. A pure devotee therefore always tries to evoke everyone's Krishna consciousness. This is the panacea for all miseries. Krishna consciousness is the answer to all the miseries. Because in Krishna consciousness only, there is freedom from all the sorrows of this world. Mahatmana tu mam partha daivim prakritim ashrita bhajante ananya manasa nyatva bhutadim avyaya. Mam upetya punarjanma dukhalayam ashashvatam napnuvanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramam gatam. One doesn't take world in this material world, which is miserable and temporary, after having attained Krishna. Text 50. Antarbahishchamalam abjanetram स्वपूरुषेच्छानुगृहीतरूपं पौत्रस्तव श्रीललनाललामं द्रष्टा स्फुरत्कुण्डलमण्डिताननम्. Shri Kashyap Muni is telling his wife Diti, your grandson will be able to see inside and outside the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Baher Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Narsingamadim Sharanam Prapade Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha Baher Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Narsingamadim Sharanam Prapade. Ito Narsimha, Lord Narsimhadev is here. Parato Narsimha, Lord Narsimhadev is there. Yato Yatoya Mitato Narsimha, wherever I go, there is Lord Narsimhadev. Baher Narsimha, he is outside me. Hridaye Narsimha, Shri Narsimhadev is in my heart. Narsimhamadim Sharanam Prapade. I bow down, I take shelter of Lord Narsimhadev. This prayer is spoken by Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj composed this Narsimha Arti that we sing, the first two verses. So, Prabhupada is saying Actually, Shri Kashyap Muni is saying that your grandson will see Krishna everywhere. Krishna, whose wife is the beautiful goddess of fortune. Antar Bahis, he will see. Lord can assume the form desired by the devotee, and his face is always beautifully decorated with earrings. Spurat Kundala Mandita Anana. His Anand, his face is decorated with nice effulgent earrings. And Krishna is always with Shri Lalana, the beautiful goddess of fortune. So, in this way, Prahlad Maharaj will always be able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead with Lakshmi Ji. Purport. It is credited herewith that the grandson of Diti, Shri Prahlad Maharaj, would not only see the personality of Godhead within himself by meditation, but would also be able to see him personally with his eyes. This is possible. It is possible for a pure devotee to see Krishna with the eyes. This direct vision is possible only for one who is highly elevated in Krishna consciousness. For the Lord is not possible to see with material eyes. Normally, it is not possible to see Krishna with material eyes because Krishna is Satchidananda Vigraha. How can we see Satchidananda Vigraha with material eyes? You know? Krishna is in a different dimension. So we cannot see Krishna with our eyes. But there is an exception. Pure devotees who are highly advanced, they may be able to see Krishna directly with their eyes. And there are examples of this. Prabhupada had darshan of Krishna in Jhansi, direct, face to face, on Janmashtami night. And there are so many examples. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur had darshan. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur had darshan of Panchatattva. So, in this way, there are examples where devotees have had direct darshan with their eyes. Srila Sanatan Goswami had darshan of Srimati Radharani when he saw the first verse of Srila Rupa Goswami's Chatu Pushpanjali and said that, oh, you should not compare Srimati Radharani's braided hair with snake. Snake is the emblem of death and destruction and envy and anger. Let's use some other metaphor. And Srila Rupa Goswami says, you suggest. Srila Sanatan Goswami. Srila Sanatan Goswami said, let me think about it. I'll go for a walk. Radhakund Parikrama, I'll come back. Let me think about it. And he went and he saw some girls bathing, young gopikas bathing in Radhakund. And he noticed that a big black snake was climbing up the back and neck of one gopi. And he went running, said, Lali, Lali, there's a snake, snake. Move, move. And she turned around, looked at Srila Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami had a very worried look on his face. This girl sweetly smiled and then disappeared. It was Radharani trying to convince Srila Sanatan Goswami that Srila Rupa Goswami's analogy was correct. And then Srila Sanatan Goswami told Srila Rupa Goswami, leave it as it is. No need to edit your writings, they are perfect. Similarly, Srila Rupa Goswami had darshan of Radharani on the birthday of Srila Sanatan Goswami. At Terkadam, he wanted to make sweet rice for Srila Sanatan Goswami, his elder brother, because it was his birthday. And he had no means. So when Lali came and said, Baba, my mother sent some milk, rice, and sugar. And Srila Rupa Goswami said, I was just thinking of making sweet rice for Sanatan Goswami, my elder brother. It's his birthday today, and I had nothing. It is so nice that you came. So the Lali said, you continue chanting. You continue chanting, I will make the sweet rice. And she lit a fire and she made sweet rice, which was nectar personified. And then she disappeared. And when Sanatan Goswami came, Rupa Goswami offered him the sweet rice. Sanatan Goswami had one little morsel and he went into ecstasy. Radharani had cooked it. And Rupa Goswami, have you tasted this? This is so good, this sweet rice. Sweet rice never tastes like this. This is not sweet rice, this is nectar from the spiritual world. Try it, try it. Rupa Goswami, "Ah, really? Okay, okay." Rupa Goswami had, and he also felt the same ecstasy. Rupa, who made this sweet rice is out of this world. Oh, one Lali came from, she said, I'm from Barsana. Acha, have you seen her before? No, I've never seen or heard of her before, but she said she lives in Barsana and that her mother had sent milk, rice, and sugar. And when I told her it was your birthday and it was my desire to offer you sweet rice, she said, Babaji, you don't know how to cook. You sit and chant. I will cook. That is my job. And she cooked. Okay, what was the color of her eyes? Ah, Sanatan Bhaiya, her eyes were bluish in color. Ah, eyes were bluish in color. And what kind of dress was she wearing? Oh, Nilambar dress. And Sanatan Goswami gives one Rupa Goswami. Rupa, you didn't realize it was Radharani. She's from Barsana, blue eyes, blue sari. It was Radharani. Oh, I took service from Swamini. I took service from Radharani. I am so fallen. But he's still eating. He cannot stop eating the sweet rice. And so is Sanatan Goswami. So it is possible on rare occasions for very rare souls to have darshan, direct face to face interaction with Radha and Krishna. It is possible. But for most people, it is not possible to see with materialized Prabhupada writes. But the direct vision is possible only for one who is highly elevated in Krishna consciousness, Srila Prabhupada says. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has multifarious eternal forms such as Krishna, Baladev, Sankarsana, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudev, Narayan, Ram, Narasimha, Varaha, and Vamana. And the devotee of the Lord who knows, and the devotee of the Lord knows all those Vishnu forms. A pure devotee becomes attached to one of the eternal forms of the Lord, and the Lord is pleased to appear before him in the desired form. Whatever form the devotee desires, Krishna will take that form in order to reciprocate with the devotee. The devotee is a desire is a if the Vaishnava is completely devoted to, let's say, Radharaman of Vrindavan, Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami Pranadhana, Shri Radharaman, and always thinks of Radharaman, always takes darshan of Radharaman, always sings Radharaman. Jai Jai Radharaman Hari Bol. 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 If one is always chanting Radharaman, Radharaman, remembering Radharaman, thinking of Radharaman, having darshan of Radharaman, then the Paramatma in the heart will take the form of Radharaman. The devotee will have darshan in the heart. Rarely the devotee may have darshan with eyes also. Tvam bhakti yoga paribhavitarit saroja ase shrute kshita patho nanunatha pumsam yad yadhyata urugaya vibhavayanti tad tad vapu pranayase sadanugrahaya. Sadanugrahaya, by his own mercy, Krishna will take that form the form which the devotee is always meditating upon. Krishna is so merciful. Eyatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyam. Last sentence. Whenever a devotee sees the Lord, he sees him in a most beautifully decorated form, accompanied by his constant companion, the goddess of fortune, who is eternally beautiful. Eternally beautiful. Ichha anugrihita rupam. Krishna accepts the form as desired by the devotee. And the last verse, text 51. Maitreya uvacha shrutva bhagavatam pautram amodata ditir putrayoscha vadham krishna viditvasin mahamanah. The sage Maitreya Muni said to Mahatma Shri Vidur, "O Vidur, please listen. Hearing that her grandson would be a great devotee and that her sons would be killed by Krishna, Diti was highly pleased in her mind. If one has Krishna consciousness, one can be happy in any situation. Imagine the mother is getting news that her sons are going to die and she becomes happy. Amodata Diti. Diti became Amodita. She became happy hearing about the death of her sons. How is this possible? It is only possible in Krishna consciousness. Because Diti knows if Krishna kills her sons, liberation is guaranteed at the very least. Parthastra puta padamapurasya. What to speak of Krishna, even if Krishna's devotee kills Arjun, liberation is guaranteed. And because if one is told that your children will attain Krishna, they will see Krishna face to face, and they will attain Krishna in some form or the other. Salokya, Sarashti, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayujya. One of the 5 forms, they will get liberation. It's a occasion to be happy about. Because the purpose of life is to go to Krishna. A very beautiful example is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Chitraketu Maharaj. He was crying and crying over the death of his son, Harshashok. But when Shripad Narad Muni calls Harshashok back to life and he speaks with Chitraketu Maharaj about the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, about the eternality of the soul and the temporary nature of this world. And then he says, now if you give me permission, my dear father, in this life, I will go back to Godhead. And Chitraketu Maharaj, who was crying minutes ago over the death of his son, is now very happy. And he tells his son, go, my dear child, go, go, go to Krishna. I will join you there in some time. Go. That Chitraketu who was crying over the death of his son, minutes later, when there is Tattva Jnana, when there is knowledge of Atma Tattva, he is happy at the death of his son and is saying, go, go to Vaikuntha, die. This is very good. Because the aim for all of us is to get to Krishna. So, Diti, even though got the news that her sons will be killed untimely, they will die untimely, Amodata Ditir, she was very happy because Shrutva Bhagavatam Pautram Putrayoscha Vadham Krishna. She was happy for 2 reasons. Putrayoscha Vadham Krishna. Krishna will kill my 2 sons. Okay, very good. They will get liberation. And Shrutva Bhagavatam Pautram, my son will be Mahabhagavat. My son will be a great devotee. Hearing these 2 news, she became very happy. Became very happy. Purport. Diti was very aggrieved to learn that because of her untimely pregnancy, because of her mistake, her sons would be demons and would fight with the Lord. But when she heard that her grandson would be a great devotee, Mahabhagwat, and that her two sons would be killed by Krishna, she was very satisfied. As the wife of a great sage Kashyap and the daughter of a great Prajapati Daksha, Diti knew that being killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is a great fortune. Since the Lord is absolute, his acts of violence and non-violence are both on the absolute platform. Krishna's um, glorification is also absolute, and Krishna's chastisement is also absolute. Krishna protecting is also good, Krishna killing is also good. Krishna is all good. Anybody who comes in contact with Krishna will be benefited. Gopya kamad bhayat kamso dveshais chaidyayo nripa. Um, Sambandhad vrishnayo snehad yuyam bhaktya vayam vibho. Shripad, um, Shripad Narad Muni tells Maharaj Yudhishthir in the seventh canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Gopya Kama, the gopis attained the supreme destination through their intense desire to be with Krishna, through their love for Krishna. Gopya Kamad Bhayat Kamso. Kamsa also attained liberation because of fearing Krishna, being afraid of Krishna, being paranoid about Krishna, being obsessed about Krishna, out of fear that he's going to kill me, he's going to kill me, he's going to kill me. Bhayat Kamso. Gopya Kamad Bhayat Kamso. Um, Dvesha Chaidayo Nripa. The Chedi Nripa, the Chedi Naresh, the king of Chedi land called Shishupal, Dveshad. He attained perfection by constantly thinking of Krishna in the mood of Dvesh, envy. He was always envious and angry at Krishna. So Chedi Naresh Shishupal also attained perfection. Dveshad Chaidyadayo Nripa. Sambandhad Vrishnaya. The Vrishnis, the Yadus, attained perfection by always being absorbed in Krishna in a family relationship. Krishna is my husband, Krishna is my father, Krishna is my grandfather, Krishna is my son, Krishna is my neighbor, Krishna is my relative, Krishna is my uncle. They all had relationship. Krishna is my king. They had a relationship with Krishna. Sambandhad Vrishnayo, Snehad Yuyam. And O Pandavas, O Yudhishthira Maharaj, you attain perfection. Your brothers attain perfection through Sneha, through your friendly affection towards Krishna. Sambandhad Vrishnayo, Snehad Yuyam. Yuyam means you. And Bhaktya Vayam Vibho. O Vibho, O great king, Yudhishthir. Bhaktya Vayam. Vayam means we. We attain perfection through our bhakti. Narad Muni is saying. Gopya Kamad Bhayat Kamso Dvesha Chaidyayo Nripa. Sambandhad Vrishnayo Snehadiyam Bhaktya Vayam Vibho. As far as we are concerned, Vayam, we attain perfection through our bhakti. We are bhaktas, we are Vaishnavas. Sripad Narad Muni is saying. Putting himself last. Putting Shishupal and Kamsa ahead of him. A demon killed by Krishna attains the same result as one who attains liberation after many, many births of penance and austerity. The word Bhrisham is significant herein because it indicates that Diti was pleased beyond her expectations. Haribol. Anytime we get in connection, get connected with Krishna, it will always lead to our auspiciousness. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the third canto, 14th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Pregnancy of Diti in the Evening. Thus ends the module number 4. Hare Krishna. Yes, Saroj Nandini Mataji, then Shamchandra Prabhu, and then Shama Kishori Mataji. Then Ajay Govind Prabhu. No questions about exam, okay? I know, perhaps all the questions are about exam only. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so
Hare
much for
Krishna.
such a wonderful class again. I had a question I want to understand the position of Diti and Kashyapa. So in today's class, we learned how Diti, um, just because, for a devotee, it is so easy to accept that even to get the news that their sons will be killed by Krishna is not disturbing for a devotee because they know that they will attain a good position. And just when we were talking about the Chedi, Naresh, Shishupala, I just remembered how Shishupala's mother was so disturbed that um, Krishna is going to kill her son. And she even went and had a word with him to say that, are you really going to kill my son? Can't you excuse him? And things like that. So, on one hand, Diti is being described as a nice devotee in this instance where she is able to accept this news. On the other hand, there were instances where she was described as such an uncontrolled woman, even to the extent that Srila Prabhupada describes as a prostitute. So I want to understand exactly what their positions are. Are they really like karma kandis or mishra bhattas, or what are they? And even for Kashyapa Muni, although he's described as such a great sage and so knowledgeable that he's even able to explain that this is not the right time and all that. But in the purport, Srila Prabhupada also says that, he was not, this shows that he was not a really strong person. He was just namesake giving an advice, but he easily succumbed to it. He did not stand strong and say that, no, this is not possible. So I want to understand what exactly their positions are in the description.
Hare Krishna. Very nice question. Sarojanandini Mataji. Great personalities like Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunatera Bhajan, Pashanera Rekha. Great personalities like Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, only their bhajan is like the unerasable lines in stone. But for lesser devotees like Kashyap Muni, Kashyap Muni is certainly a very great personality, but he is not in the category of a pure Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada writes he was a worshipper of Lord Shiva. He used to meditate on impersonal Brahman. So he had conception of God. He was a theist. He was a sadhu. He was a tapasvi. He was a Brahman. Brahma janati iti Brahman. He knew Param Brahma. But he was not a pure devotee like Srila Haridas Thakur or like Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Yet he was a great soul, a great spiritualist, a transcendentalist, an empowered person who was performing an important service of being a Prajapati. So that's how we should see him. And when he succumbed to the desire of his wife, albeit unwillingly, he was not excited about it, but he knew his wife wouldn't listen and she really wanted it, so he gave in. That was perhaps the lowest point in the life of Kashyap Muni. Every spiritualist, see, Krishna consciousness is not always a flat line. We all go through ups and downs. Sometimes we are doing well spiritually, sometimes we hit a low, then we hit a high, then we are stable for some time, then we may hit a low. Life in this material world is not easy. Someone can write an essay about Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit was the king of the world. He went hunting, lost his way, had not carried enough water also, quite irresponsible. Went to a sadhu's ashram to satisfy his thirst of only few hours, tried to wake up the sadhu from his meditation. One is supposed to fast nirjala at least 24 hours. One should be able to do it. Janmashtami, we do it. Ekadashis, we do it. But Parishit Maharaj could not control his thirst. And you know what? He tried to disturb the meditation of a great sadhu, Shamik Rishi Maharaj. And he was absorbed, he didn't wake up. So Parishit Maharaj got angry. And he took a dead snake and garlanded Shamik Rishi with the dead snake and walked away. This is Parikshit Maharaj. And one can end the essay here. So one who reads will think Parishit Maharaj was perhaps no better than Maharaj Vena. Insulting sadhus, putting dead snakes around them, getting angry, uncontrolled senses. Rupa Goswami says, Vacho Vegam. Every devotee goes through ups and downs, and if we take the lowest point in their life and we judge them, we will misjudge them. So when we look at personalities in this world, we have to have a broad vision. Everybody has shades of gray. In any relationship, even in a friendship, one may consider someone one's best friend. And that best friend sometimes may make a mistake, lie, cheat. But then they may repent. And if we keep judging them by that one behavior and we forget all the good memories we have, all the good times we enjoyed, all the friendship we shared, and we just focus on that one part, no, but he lied to me, no, but he cheated me, no, but he ill-treated me, then the relationship is over. So Kashyap Muni is definitely a great personality, but he is not a pure devotee. And if one is not a pure devotee, one will have the four defects. And I feel that this incident where Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu were conceived was perhaps one of the low points in his life. But this low point doesn't define him. There are high points also. He gave birth to Vamandev. Cannot forget that. So that is through Aditi. So that is Kashyap Muni. As far as Diti is concerned, Diti also was a mixed devotee, but perhaps not as advanced as Kashyap Muni, because she became lusty when Kashyap Muni was not. She could not see the fault in the union when Kashyap Muni could. So Diti is a mixed devotee. Later on, she will try to do a vrat to get a child who will kill Indra. But then Indra has to go and chop him into 49 pieces. So Diti is definitely materialistic and even to some degree envious. But she's a devotee. She's better than the modern people who are atheists. At least she believed in God. At least she believed in Narad Muni. At least she believed in the power of fasting. She had respect for her husband. She served her husband. But she was attached to her family, her sons, her children, which is a motherly quality. So I would say she was also a mixed devotee, um, a powerful lady, but somewhat misplaced in her attachments. Instead of being attached to Krishna, she was attached to Hiranyaksha. She cried when Hiranyaksha died. She was crying. Bhagavatam says, and the sadhus were celebrating Hiranyaksha's death, and she was crying, which means she thought what Varahadev did was wrong, perhaps. So Diti was not so advanced, but still she was a theist, she was a powerful lady, like Gandhari. Gandhari was powerful too. but her attachments were misplaced. Instead of being attached to the devotees, Pandava, she was attached to her wicked sons because of family relationship, seminal relationship. So I would see her as a mixed lady. And again, that was a low point in her life. But she must have done some good activities also, like serving her husband, being chaste. At least she was only attracted to her husband. She was very chaste. So that quality was there in Diti. So she had some good qualities. So we are all a mixed bag. In conditioned life, we are all mixed bag. And that's how we see it. Is that okay, Mataji? Sorry. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Very Shamchandra Prabhu. Shamchandra Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam.
You reached
So
safely.
nice class.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes. Now in Braja, ecstasy.
We can
Had the
see.
good fortune of attending Bangal Aarti today, the first Aarti after coming here after a long time, and then
Yeah.
straight into class. I remembered all of you, all the Bhakti Vaibhava class students today in the Mangal Aarti.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, I had actually a similar question, but maybe a slightly different, way to. I wanted to understand. So on one hand, we say that Kashyap Muni is not a pure devotee, is a mixed bag, and at the same time, see, he's able to see that the grandson was going to come. Like he says, Savay Mahabhagavato, Mahatma, Mahanubhavo. So he knows all the things which are required to be a top class devotee. Otherwise, he would not like for example, take our own case. We are conditioned souls. We know we are understanding now what it is to be there, and so we accordingly mold ourselves, trying to leave out few things. Whereas he was worshipping Lord Shiva, despite being in that stage to know what is a top devotee. And so I'm just trying to understand. On one hand, he knows what a top devotee is because he's explained everything about Prahlad Maharaj even before Prahlad Maharaj is born, and yet his behavior is, he can who's stopping him from being a top devotee? So that's what is puzzling me a little bit. So I was trying to understand uh, how to understand this great personalities such like Kashyap Muni.
Yeah. See, even all of us have read Nectar of Instruction. But how many of us are able to follow even the first instruction, Vacho Vegam? We know Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jivha Vegam, Udarupastha Vegam. Very easy to say these things. So knowledge even we have. But that is the difference between theoretical knowledge and practice knowledge. Knowledge that has been realized knowledge. That is the gap that we have to fill. But it starts with knowledge, starts with knowing. And when you know, you do it. So now that we know, we have read Prabhupada's books. We after Mangal Aarti, we do Tulsi Aarti, Radha Krishna Seva Pao, Ei Abhilashi, Mora Ei Abhilash, Vilas Kunjit, Diovas. So all these prayers are there, but how many of us are able to live in that consciousness and actually pray that I only want Vrajvas, Sakhi Anugata Koro, Koro Nija Dasi. We simply want to become the maid servant of the maid servant of Vrinda Devi. So if someone sees a typical devotee, will say, oh, twice a day he's reciting this prayer. But to say that prayer with realization and to live one's life on the principles of that prayer is a different thing. So Kashyap Muni knew predicting Prahlad Maharaj, for us it seems like a very great thing, but in Satyayuga not so much. Because of the different limbs of Vedas, one limb is astrology, to know that Shastra. And based on that, based on the timing, they could predict. Even now, we have some very good astrologers who can make accurate predictions. So in those days, these people were very expert in those things. So that is there, but really one's greatness, according to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jai Bhaje Krishna, Sei Bada Chatur. And Mahaprabhu also says to Sanatan Goswami that Jai Bhaje Sei Bada. One is that much big as much as he does bhajan of Krishna. When Sanatan Goswami says, I want to commit suicide because I cannot serve Krishna in any way, Mahaprabhu says that not by committing suicide you can get Krishna. If by committing suicide one could get Krishna, I would commit suicide millions of times. It is not by suicide one gets Krishna, it is by bhajan one gets Krishna. And as much bhajan we do, that much how much we are elevated in Krishna consciousness. So yeah, that gap is always there, Prabhuji, between theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge. So that's where we have to be sincere. Prabhupada said that there is only one thing lacking, and that is sincerity. Sincerity. We have to individually in our own life remind ourselves that I have to be sincere. I want to really follow what I'm reading, what Prabhupada is telling, what the acharyas are telling. So like that.
All
Hare
right,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. We see that gap here. Hare Krishna. Yes, Shama Kishori Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, I have two questions, a follow-up to both the questions that were asked right now. So, if Kashyap Muni was a mixed devotee, how come he was able to become the father of Vaman Dev? It's not possible to get the Lord as your child unless you're a pure devotee. So, that's the first question.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada writes that Kashyap Muni was not a pure devotee. He was a devotee of Lord Shiva. And so we accept it like that. At least in the association of Diti, he was not a pure devotee. And where is Mataji gone? Oh, there she is. At least in the association of Diti, here we see that Diti and Kashyap Muni, they are great souls, especially Kashyap Muni, but doesn't look, they are not like pure devotees like Vasudeva and Devaki, not on that platform. As far as Aditi is concerned, Aditi is a pure devotee. And Vamanadev appeared from her womb as her son. And Kashyap Muni also, like we said, he is a great personality, he is a devotee, but just doesn't appear that he is a pure devotee of Krishna, like Narad Muni. He is not like that. And Daksha Prajapati, Kashyap Muni, both are great souls, but they don't manifest pure devotion. Even Indra is not a pure devotee. So how did Vamanadev appear as his younger brother? So, but these are great devotees, and sometimes Krishna may appear like that. Even Aditya definitely is a pure devotee, but he may choose parents who are not totally pure devotees, but great personalities. Or maybe they are pure devotees and they are performing the Leela of being mixed devotees. Who knows? It's very difficult. Vaishnavara Kriya Mudra, Vigyana Bhujaya. But definitely these are great souls. But generally, yes, Dashrath Maharaj, Kausalya Mata, Vasudeva Maharaj, Devaki Rani, these are all pure devotees. Aditi is also pure devotees. Sutapa and Prishni, Garbha, Prishni and Sutapa, they were pure devotees, and Krishna appeared as their son, Prishni Garbha. So, but yeah, here we see that Krishna is Swatantra Ishwar. He can appear anywhere. He appeared, accepted the pillar in the Sabha of Hiranyakashipu as his father and mother, as Narsimhadev. So yeah, he can appear anywhere. But you're right, generally, Krishna will always come as a relative of pure devotees.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. May I ask one more
Yes.
question?
Hare Krishna.
So, Prabhuji, this concept of absolute absolute personality of Godhead. He is absolute. What does that really mean? I've always had this question, like, what does it mean to be absolute? In our experience,
Spiritual.
we don't see anything absolute, right? In the material experience.
So absolute means spiritual.
Okay.
Absolute means spiritual. So Krishna's killing and Krishna's protecting is absolute, which means both will lead to spiritual effect.
Okay.
Because Krishna is absolute, Krishna is spiritual, is absolute personality of Godhead. Absolute, the opposite is relative. This world is a world of,
Relativity.
yeah. So one may say this person is the fastest swimmer. Well, in this year's Olympics, but maybe a few years down the road, that record will be broken. This is the richest man today, but tomorrow some other person may have more wealth. This person is Chirayu, is very long lived. Yeah, but then someone else might have lived even longer. So this is a world of everything is very relative. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna is not affected by all these um, relativity and dualities. So opposite of relativity is absolute. Krishna is absolute. Krishna is always God. Krishna's position is always asamurdha. Nobody can be equal to him. Nobody can excel him. And this is always true. So there is no change in Krishna. He is nirvikar. And he is always chinmay. Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinnatva Nama Namino. This Nitya Mukto, Purna Shuddho, this is absolute. Satchidananda Vigraha is absolute, always spiritual. So anyone who comes in contact with Krishna, whether with animosity or friendship, the effect will be absolute. It will lead to a spiritual effect, spiritual destination. That is the meaning of absolute. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Ajay Govind Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the nice class and nice answers. I don't have a question, Prabhuji, but many people have reached to me for the questions related to exam or other things, which probably would not be in my capacity to answer. So how do we do that? Do you want to spend some time or to answer those questions maybe in the next session? Like 17th, we are talking, some devotees have programs in the temple because Kartik month is started, Shraddha Purnima is there on that day.
So we can have the exam day after tomorrow then? Because the module is over.
I don't know if everybody is prepared.
Shyamchandra was saying, Samsara Dava Nalalidalok. Hare Krishna. Okay, so yeah, we can, if there are any questions, you can ask now about the exam. So next week is not possible, then we can have it when should we have it? Tell me.
Next week is possible, Prabhuji. The only thing is that if a few devotees may not be available, then either they can give offline and send you the answers.
Yeah, we can, but then everybody will do that. If we okay it, then everybody will do that. So today is Tuesday, October 8th. So Thursday we have nothing because the module is over. Tuesday,
If everybody is okay, then we can do 15th and 16th of the exam, Prabhuji. If any questions or anything are there, then 10th, which is Thursday, we can have a session where queries can be resolved and any things can be.
So Prabhuji, Thursday is Sharat Purnima, na?
Yes.
No, Thursday definitely we cannot have the exam because it is Sharat Purnima.
Yeah.
So can we do it Tuesday? So can we do it Tuesday and Wednesday? How many of you cannot do Tuesday, Wednesday? Raise your hand. But Shamchandra, you can do Tuesday?
For India, Prabhuji would be Wednesday and Friday. I think you
Yeah,
want
actually, Prabhu, my Guru Maharaj Tirubhav is coming on
On
13th,
Dashera,
14th.
right? Ram Vijayotsav.
Ha. It will be celebrated in Vrindavan one day before, and then this, and then there is a follow-up, disciples meeting and all that in Radhakund. So I'll be occupied for that purpose. My concern is only
Oh,
that.
okay, okay. But everybody else can do it? Tuesday, Wednesday?
15th and 16th, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, 15th and 16th. Yes.
So India, it will be 16th morning and 17th morning.
Yeah. Satyavadaji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Really sorry, our problem is something different. Myself and Janani Mataji, we are going to Sri Rangam next week. So only if it is okay with you, we can give offline test. Only we both of us, the others can continue, Prabhuji. We
Okay.
don't want to disturb you, but
So see, this time it looks like because Kartik month is starting, there are many festivals also. So it's okay. We will be a little flexible. Those of you who want to give on Tuesday and Wednesday USA time, which will be Wednesday and Thursday morning India time, we will conduct the exams. Those of you who cannot do, then you can take it offline also. No problem. And just email them, email the answer sheets. Okay? I trust all of you. ठीक है, happy?
thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. Srila Prabhupada की जय, ग्रंथ
Jai.
भागवतम की जय. I am Parasukha Sukhi. Trying to be. Hare Krishna.
So Prabhuji, do we have class on Thursday or no? This Thursday.
Thursday, the module is over. We can start the next module, module 5 if you want. Or you all want to
Anything,
study?
Prabhuji.
Huh?
Study.
Study? Okay, I can describe the kingdom of God, chapter 50. Okay, so nothing on Thursday. It is Guruvar. So let us remember our Guru Maharajas, Srila Prabhupada and Acharyas, and study. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, exam. And those of you cannot give, you can just do it offline. Okay. Whenever it is convenient in the next week or two, as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji.
So don't change the questions like last time. Okay, Hari. Is Sharanagat Mataji there today? No, she's not there. She's in India, no?
I think she is in that yatra of. There's also posting.
Dashishika Maharaj.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So she had set the paper last time. I had told her to set because I also have to write now. So I take help from some of you. So this time I request His Grace Shamchandra Prabhu to set the exam paper. So the way it works, Prabhuji, I have already given you the question bank. So you just choose out of that and send it to me. Don't share with anybody else. And then pretend that you also don't know anything. And then I will share it when the exam is taken. But yeah,
Prabhuji,
Sharanagat said it last time.
I have divided the questions in part 1 and part 2, and I had shared it in our Mataji's group. So maybe, and I shared that with Ajay Govind Prabhuji. So maybe you can leverage that so you don't have to figure out, which questions fall in part 1 and
But
which
that
questions
is
fall.
already shared with many devotees.
Sorry?
He's
You already
already shared
shared?
with the Mataji's group.
No, but that's all the questions, Prabhu. So that will help us, setting like the part 1 exam and part 2 exam. So the first 7 chapters and the last 7 chapters, like that.
Okay, so Mataji, why don't you share that segregation of what is day 1, what is day 2?
Yes.
So that you all don't change the questions when I share the question
Yes,
paper.
last time, Prabhuji, you gave one question from day 2 in day 1, and we are not ready for that.
Okay, so now you always segregate it into day 1, day 2. So that
Yes.
segregation you send me, Mataji, and send it to Shamchandra Prabhu also.
Okay, Prabhuji. Sure.
And next module, you set the paper.
No, no, no. I want to
Everybody
give
will be
the exam,
scared.
Prabhu. I want to give the exam with everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.